Your companion is not misguided or misled, nor does he speak from whim. It is nothing but revelation revealed. Or is it that they do not recognize their messenger, and therefore do not acknowledge him? Or do they say, "He is a man possessed," when he has brought the truth to them? But most of them hate the truth. Equally, no messenger came to those before them without their saying, "A magician or a madman." Did they bequeath this to each other? Indeed, they are an unbridled people. It is a fact revealed in the Quran that deniers will slander believers and say hurtful things about them, and that this is an immutable law of God. Almost all the slanders employed by deniers against the prophets are still used by deniers against believers today. Accusations of lying, madness, sorcery, deviance, self-interest, and a thirst for power and influence, arrogance, pride, impurity, and a desire to change the faith are just a few of these horrendous slanders. The scale of the slanders uttered against a believer is proof of his or her determination to live by the faith and its moral values. Under such circumstances, Muslims must be on their guard and scrupulously avoid forming any negative opinions regarding their Muslim brothers or doing them any injustice by listening to such false allegations. They must behave in such a way as to defeat the deniers by making it clear they do not believe in their slanders and attach no credence to them. It must not be forgotten that the fact that the majority of people believe a slander and oppose Muslims does not mean that the accusation is true. God has revealed in one verse that following the majority may lead one astray. If you obeyed most of those on earth, they would misguide you from God's way. They follow nothing but conjecture. They are only guessing. Moreover, it is also revealed in the Quran how one must behave if accusations against Muslims are leveled by people who rebel against God. You who believe, if a deviator brings you a report, scrutinize it carefully in case you attack people in ignorance and so come to greatly regret what you have done. Deniers have always imagined they can frighten or wear down believers in various ways. The most intensive assaults were directed against the messengers. But because the messengers have known that all power belongs to God, they have never been intimidated by or fallen into despair because of these assaults from deniers. The more our prophet told his people about the religion of God, the greater was the violence of the assaults from leading members of the tribe. The leaders among his people saw that under the leadership of the messenger of God, the moral values of the religion were spreading rapidly, and that the mockery, defamation, slander, and similar methods of intimidation they resorted to were not working. At this, they decided that a plot against our prophet would be a more effective method. This plan of the deniers is described in the Quran. When those who do not believe were plotting against you to imprison you, or kill you, or expel you, they were plotting, and God was plotting. But God is the best of plotters. The use of the word plot in this verse is particularly noteworthy. Instead of openly attacking the messenger of God, the deniers tried to stop him through a plot or conspiracy. This plot was intended to have the prophet imprisoned, killed, or exiled. However, as revealed in the verse, the deniers can never harm the messengers in any way. God appointed the messengers, and it is He who will protect them. And again, as revealed in the verse, it is those who plot against the messengers of God down the centuries who will be disappointed. Many verses in the Quran describe physical attacks on messengers. Just about all messengers were threatened with death, torture, or imprisonment by the leading circle of their people, and these threats were usually translated into physical attacks. They killed some of those who believed in God and His messenger in order to turn them from their path, and attempted to slay others. They imagined that by killing the messengers in particular, they could eliminate the religion of God and turn other believers away from the faith. There is no doubt that this shows they constituted a community that was incapable of proper reasoning, as is also revealed in the Quran. Our prophet was also exposed to such attempts by deniers during the course of his life. Idolaters frequently met together to barefacedly plan to kill the messenger of God. They eventually decided on a plan by Abu Jahl. Under that plan, a strong, reliable, and armed young member of each tribe would be chosen, and they would all attack the messenger of God